Hi everyone, I'm Angelina, and this is Blueprint DIY Live, where we remake our clothes to be just as unique as us. Please, 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 if you're in the comments starting off, let me know if you can hear me. That's one of the biggest things about going live that frustrates me, that sometimes when you first go live, it's hard to hear. So I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. And also let me know where you are watching me from. That's always okay, good. You guys can hear me. That's always one of the things that I'm so nervous about. It like gives me like really anxiety about whether this technology is going to work. But let me know where you're watching from, and I'm always interested. Let's see, we have Boston so far. Hi, Nakira and Regina. I see you guys in the comments. So if you see me looking down, that's me looking at the comments so I can make sure that we are all together. Hi, Belle and Cindy. Oh, her heart will always be in New Jersey. I understand that when you are from a place but living in a different place. All my family still lives in Chicago. So, yeah, so definitely a big part of my heart. It will always be there. All right. 80 Count Life, L Cruz. Thank you guys so much for joining me this morning. If you guys have any questions, put them in the comments for me. Good morning, Mimi. Um, I want to answer you guys' questions. And also, we're going to do actually, we're giving away 3 sewing machines. You guys know I love doing reviews. If I can get good prices on the machines, I try to do reviews for you guys so that you can get good machines at good prices. But I can't keep 50 million sewing machines. It's not possible. Well, I could, but it's not good to hold on to that much stuff. So because you guys are such a blessing to me, I want to pass it along. So definitely let me know what you guys definitely let me know some questions, and then I'll give you all the details for the giveaway as well. All right. So we just reached, first of all, hey, somebody's from Houston. Yay. Oh, hey, Leah. Christina's from Houston. So hi, neighbor. We just reached 250K on YouTube. And I'm so excited about that. It seemed like it took forever because I went from 100K to 200K really quickly, but I have to remember that that was during COVID. Everybody was at home. Hi, Tanika. Everybody was at home. So, you know, it's different. Everybody's back at work now. And so the numbers, they do what they do. So I'm grateful for everything, for everyone, for every person that has hit that subscribe button. So I just wanted to say thank you guys so much. Oh, somebody's watching from the UK. Hi, let me see. Yamina. Thank you so much for all the congratulations. Oh, somebody's watching from Toronto. So hi, Roberta. And yeah, so I'm greatly appreciative of that for all of you guys. Oh, wow. From Nigeria. Hi, Susanna. Another neighbor from Houston, Sable. Hi, Lulu. And somebody from my state, Illinois, and South Africa. You guys, thank you guys so much for watching from Rhode Island. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much. So 250K, super excited about that. And also the mind-blowing one is 65K on TikTok. That one is the one that blows my mind because it was just like it was going slow for so long, and then all of a sudden it just started to explode. I passed Instagram and just almost triple Instagram at this point. So I'm super excited about that. So if you're watching me and you came over from TikTok, definitely let me know in the comments. And I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are really, really loving the no-sew projects and the more simple projects. And I want to keep doing that. Whatever you need there on TikTok. So I am just surprised about the numbers on TikTok. So yeah, we're going to keep growing all of the platforms. I know some of you guys follow me on Facebook. I am going to try my best to get back on Facebook. I don't have a social media manager anymore. So to say I'm floundering is an understatement, because she was just like the best at making sure the content was getting out there, and keeping me on target, but trying to produce videos and trying to do all the social medias. That is tough. It is tough. Even though this is my full-time job, it's tough. So I'm going to try to get back on there, because I don't have Facebook as an app because of my own mental health. It's a lot to wade through just to get to like your goal. And my goal for it is to go to Blueprint DIY's page, as well as my as well as the page where you guys post. And so it's just a lot to get through everything to that, but I'm going to do better about that. So oh yay, somebody found me on TikTok, and you're from Texas. Cool. That is awesome. So yes, we are growing like crazy, and I'm just so grateful to you guys for, you know, hitting those buttons, and also for commenting and for watching. More than anything, I appreciate you guys. And then for my members, I want to say a special thank you for you guys for joining my membership group, and, you know, just for rocking with me like that. So I just want to say a special thank you to you guys. Oh, somebody joined right now. Yay. Join Team Renegade. So yeah, if you don't know about the membership group, basically you'll get advance notice about, you know, some of the projects that I'm doing when I know in advance. And then also for the second level, the higher level membership group, you can get videos in advance. And then for the third, the highest membership group, then you'll be a part of my monthly upcycle class. And so what we do it's more of an upcycle group, and it's a party. We get together and chit chat about our projects and get help with our projects and different things like that. So it's always a blast. I've become very close with the ladies in that group. So I just, if any of you guys are in the chat, I love you guys to pieces, all of you guys. But I've gotten very close to them. So yeah, I'm just so happy to have them in the group. So, all right. So you guys, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. It can be questions about life. It can be questions about upcycling. It can be questions, you know, about pretty much anything. Not everything, but pretty much anything. But let me see. Okay. All right. So we're getting sound. I don't know if it's loud enough. Let me know if it's like running real quiet, because it seems like it is a little bit quiet. But I don't want to blast you guys away either. But the giveaway is going to be, let me save. Okay, cool. I got a question. How did I start? I started upcycling because of the girlies here on YouTube that were going to the thrift stores and changing up their clothes like slightly, just, you know, to give them, you know, a little pop. And so I was just like, I've been sewing for, or I used to sew for, because at that time I wasn't really sewing, but I was like, I know how to sew. My mom taught me how to sew. I know how to sew. I can do this. And so that's how I started. And then when I started doing it, I was just like, people need to know about this. Like, this is too good not to share. And at the time I had two, my oldest two, they were really little. And I felt like I was just kind of losing myself in like motherhood and in wifehood. And so YouTube was just something just for me. And at the time I was a stay-at-home mom. I quit my job, my full-time job as an architect, and I was taking some side projects, but I just needed something just for me. And YouTube, it fulfills me in a lot of ways. And so it keeps me in touch with who I am and expressing myself. So I am just really appreciative for this platform. And yeah, and that's how I started. And now, like somebody said, that they appreciate it because like upcycling is like their therapy. And you guys know that, you know, over the course of the last 5 years since my husband passed away, that it has been a great therapy. Not only upcycling, but you guys have been therapy for me. So yeah, I more than appreciate you guys for that. It's keeping me, you guys and my kids, having them and having to take care of them and be an example for them. But on top of that, having you guys, being accountable to you guys, so I have to stay on top of, not only the work, but on top of my physical health, my mental health, and everything like that, so that I can be present for you guys. And I think that that has greatly, like, greatly, I can't tell you how much I think it has helped me over the course of the last 5 years. So let me see. Do you have to be an expert to be in the highest group? Absolutely not. Somebody said they're just learning, they feel like they're behind. Matter of fact, there's a girl in the group. I don't know if she's in the chat, but her name is Carolyn. And when she first started in the group, she wasn't sewing very much, but she has big ideas. And so her ideas were always bigger than what she could do. But at this point, she has realized, and I try to tell you guys this all the time, start where you are. So figure out where you are. And especially if you have some creativity, your creativity is going to carry you farther than your skills. And your creativity is going to get you to a place where your skills are higher. So for example, if all you can do at this point is sew a straight stitch, then I mean, honestly, the possibilities are endless to, projects to just sew a straight stitch. But honestly, if that's all you can do, then focus on projects that go with that skill level, but use your creativity to figure out different things that you can do that only use a straight stitch. So that's really what has taken me from level to level to level, because it's really just my creativity that's driving it, not necessarily my skill level. Because you guys can watch the videos, like I'm scared, like I was scared to dye those clothes a couple weeks ago. So being scared to dye something at this level. But I tell you guys all the time, like, I get scared just like everybody else. I don't want to ruin clothes. My goal in life is not to just ruin clothes and throw them away. Like quite the opposite. So I do get scared about these things, but I think that, trying new things is definitely a plus. And just understanding, like, yeah, you're gonna mess up sometimes, and that's okay. That's a whole life lesson. We're gonna mess up, but it's okay. We didn't die, so we have an opportunity to try again, and that's the good thing about it. So, and when we think, hey, Sonia, um yes, you absolutely. Sonia's in the group, and she says she learns more about being in the group. And Sonia has gotten so good, so good. And so it's just really what it is, getting accountability for your projects. And so what'll sometimes I give assignments, and I'll say, by next month, I want you to figure out one upcycle that you've been wanting to do and get it done. Because so many of us have issues, and me included, have issues with just getting things done. And so that is definitely a plus. Thank you for joining, Kimberly. That's definitely a plus. And just so you guys know, if you join the highest level group, our meetings are on the first Monday of every month in the evening, well, Central Standard Time evening. So, and if you guys are interested, and you're from the other the other hemisphere of the world, then UK, if you live in Africa, Asia, then let me know, so that I can try to create a second group, or a second time. It's all the same group, but a second time for class, so that more of you guys can join. If I get enough people, then, like, not that many people, just like 5 people, I will commit myself to making another time for meeting for the group. So let me know, and we can make that happen. All right. So, do you have to go to school to be a fashion designer? My courses are hard, and I am trying to get my bachelor's degree. Minute May, let me know if you're in school to be a fashion designer. But I'm assuming you're saying that you're getting your bachelor's degree in something else. My bachelor's degree is in architecture, and I find that a bachelor's degree in pretty much anything, but specifically in architecture, has helped me to be a better fashion designer. And at this point, because of the platform that I've created, you know, when I put out designs, it's helpful. So I think that as long as you're getting the skills you need in order to create your designs so that they are, you don't want to be putting out stuff that's going to be falling apart. So as long as you're getting those skills, and you can take sewing classes and all of those types of things, you can take them online. I know Mimi G has a great online sewing class, but there's other people that have sewing classes, so you can definitely take those. And then as far as your creativity is concerned and how to think in a creative way, um, I think that's what fashion design school is more for. And I got that same education in architecture school, so I wouldn't go back to fashion school for that in particular, because it just teaches you how to think outside the box, how to use your creativity to transform one thing to something else, which is what I do every day now. So I'm trying to think. I think that you definitely could gain that experience without school. So if you don't want to go back after you get this bachelor's degree to do some, to get another degree, then you can definitely do that on the side. It's just like when I went to architecture school, I really wanted to get into like decorating and interior design. And so somebody who was an interior designer who graduated in that, she was like, as with your architectural degree, don't worry about going back to school for interior design, just do it. And so and it used to be years ago, even with architecture school, you used to be able to be an apprentice and not have to go to school. If you were an apprentice for 6 years, then you can sit for the licensing exam. So I think with certain careers, you can be an apprentice in a sense, and then gain the knowledge from someone else in order to be that. So those are just some things to think about. Master Chef Dragoness, thank you so much for joining. You, you guys are awesome. Let me see. Amateur question here. Is it necessary to look for thread that works only on the machine you have? And it's giving you, okay, you have a certain machine and it's giving you lots of problems with the thread. I cannot say that's on machine. So but at any rate, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what type of thread you are using. But if you're getting all-purpose thread, just regular all-purpose thread, I'm assuming that if you have that type of sewing machine, that you probably are not in the US. So then you would probably get like Gutermann thread or some other type of thread. But just let me know if you're getting all-purpose thread. If you are getting all-purpose thread and it is not acting right in that machine, it's something wrong with the machine, not the thread. I Husqvarna, thank you very much. There shouldn't be a sewing machine that I don't know how to say the name of, but that one always eludes me. Husqvarna. All right, so yeah, if it's still giving you problems and you're using all-purpose thread, you're using new all-purpose thread, then that is an issue with the machine. Now, if you're using old thread, I heard a tip about like vintage thread. If you're going to use vintage thread, somebody said to put it in the freezer right before you use it for a little while, and then it should help it not to break every couple minutes. And I have tried that because I do have some vintage thread, and I can't say whether it absolutely worked because the thread wasn't giving me a super hard time before, but I do say that it wasn't breaking afterwards. So yeah. Let me see. Oh, you thought about interior design too. Yes, keep that in mind. I am giving away. Is there an affordable camera video equipment you would recommend for someone who's one? I'm going to tell you about the giveaway in a couple minutes. So that's why I'm holding off on that. But I am. Affordable camera video equipment that you would recommend. I would recommend the Canon M50. It was my first real camera that takes a lens. And the reason I would recommend that camera versus the Canon G7X, which was my actual first camera. If you have never had a camera, then getting the Canon G7X, I think that's what it's called, it's like an auto focus, auto everything, just point and shoot. That's a good camera. If you have an iPhone 13, that's a good camera. Or any of those flagship phones, their latest, that's a good camera. It's just as good as the Canon G7X in my opinion. But if you are looking for longevity, so if you want to start with something and then you want to be able to take that same thing and grow over time, I personally can recommend the Canon M50. And matter of fact, they have one like a YouTube kit that's, it's called the YouTube kit. And then later on, you can buy better lenses for that camera that is going to make your, make everything look crisp and crisper, I should say, crisper and clearer, and do everything you could ever want to do. Like my close up shots, I use a macro lens on the Canon M50. So I have two Canon M50s now. So yeah, all of those shots are taken with the Canon M50. It's just now I've grown to the point where I use different lenses, and so I think that that's a very it's fairly inexpensive way to start. But even lower than that, like I said, use your phone. Just start. Um, yeah, the Canon M50 YouTube kit. Thank you so much, Linda. Linda says she's learned so much, and I appreciate that. Have so much trouble making sleeves to fit my batwing arms. Any suggestions? I would suggest remaking the sleeves. Personally, that's what I would do. So if I bought a blouse and the sleeves were too small, um, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. But I would focus on learning a pattern of sleeve that suits you, that fits you, that you like, and then I would think about like different projects where you could replace the sleeves of the garments that would like to wear. I don't know if that makes sense, but personally, that's what I would focus on if I felt like my arms weren't fitting into the garments I was buying, and that's an issue. Sometimes you want it to fit here, but then it doesn't fit here, or you want it to fit here and then it doesn't fit here. So yeah, let's see. Hello, I love your site. Inspire me to make something. It's been so long. Hi from East St. Louis. Yay. I do not make my own patterns, and as a matter of fact, very seldom use patterns. I have a hate relationship with patterns. I won't even say love hate. I don't like patterns. I have to. It's something I just really have to get over. But in a way, I am who I am because I don't like using patterns. It's one of the reasons why I actually stopped sewing for so long. And the reason I don't like patterns, which I don't say this a lot, but the reason I started like really disliking patterns is because for me, when back in the day using McCall's, using all of the inexpensive patterns, it felt like to me you had to make your garment twice in order to use those patterns, and that just got on my nerves. So you're cutting out something, and it's just like, for me, patterns are just like going to a retail store. It's one size fit all, and you get something and it doesn't look like what you wanted it to look like, so then you have to remake it to fit you. And so now what I do is just make stuff to fit me, and so that just suits me better, as far as like my attention span and everything like that. So I do get people like, oh, you should make patterns. Maybe I am the person who should make patterns in a way that, I don't know, it would have to be some revolutionary new way where you wouldn't have to freaking sew it twice. But yeah, I don't care. I don't care for patterns. But there are a couple of things that I need to do that I am going to need a pattern for. And one of them is a bustier. I've been talking about doing a bustier for so long, and I have not done it because I don't want to do it without a pattern, or I'll have to tape it off on my dress form. Either one of those. I would actually rather tape it off on my dress form than use a pattern. But either one, I'm going to have to do either one because that's just a project that I don't want to wing it. And I'm pretty good at winging it, but I don't want to wing that. So because I'll probably be making it out of like leather, or yeah, because I've been wanting a leather bustier. So yeah, I don't want to mess up the leather. So I'm gonna have to get over it. Let me see. I have a larger bust size. How do you make bust adjustments on patterns that aren't a full bodice? Unfortunately, you are asking the wrong the wrong person. Um, so for all my bigger chest people, please answer her comment, answer her question, because if it's one thing I've learned, not to comment on things I don't know nothing about, and I don't know anything about having a larger chest. Never have I ever. So you guys, I know plenty of you guys have, talked about having that issue. So please, 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 do me a favor, do me a solid, and give her some tips in the comments. All right, so let's see. Let me see. I'm trying to sew more and increase my skill, but keep allowing life to get in the way. Do you recommend a specific amount of time to sew a week to be productive? Um, hmm. What I would do, it all depends on your learning style or your motivation style. So you have to figure out what motivates you. So for me, what motivates me is thinking about the end goal. If I can think about the end goal and get it in my in my grasp, then I will move heaven and earth to get it done. Like I'll do it. I personally am not the type of person that can um, dedicate a certain amount of time every day to something. I'll fail every time. But if that's what motivates you, if you say, I'm going to dedicate 1 hour per day to this and it gets done whenever it gets done, then absolutely do that. So that's why I say it's not a one size fits all answer. You have to figure out what motivates you. And also, here's a tip. So, one thing, if I were going to do something on a daily basis, I would have to absolutely have to have like a some type of checklist type thing, and I'll put it in a visual, like a way that I can see it before I go to bed. So I have this like a little thing, dry erase board, and it's a stand, and it stands. You could sit it like on your dresser or whatever. And so I'll write on it like sew today, or for me it'll be record such and such video today, and it'll have a box to check. And if I can see that and I'm not able to check that box, that bothers me. And so that works for me. So I think that it's going to take a little bit of soul searching and just figure out what works for you, because it's going to be different for everybody. And then once you figure out what works for you, then go ahead and, do that. And then also another tip is sometimes accountability. You guys know accountability works big for me. If I tell you guys that I'm going to do something, then I'm more likely to get it done than if I just think it in my head. In my head, I'll talk myself out of it 9 times out of 10. But once I tell you guys I'm gonna do it, and specifically if I tell you guys I'm gonna do it, and I give you a date where I'm by which I'm going to do it, then I am way more likely to get it done. So you might want to try that as well. All right, let's see. Any recommendations for people who live in places that lack or have already picked over thrift stores? You can try. You're not going to get it, for as cheap as, other people who are local, but definitely try online thrift stores. Um, I'm trying. You guys put some names of online thrift stores in the comments. The only thing I can think of right now is Poshmark, and sometimes the prices can be decent. Sometimes they can not be decent, but on Poshmark you have to know specifically what you're looking for. Like I'm looking for some Adidas track pants, so then you can find them. You can see all the different prices, and it'll go better for you. But if you're just looking for random stuff, you just want to go browsing. Sometimes it can be hard to find things on there. But I'm trying to think of some of the other. ThreadUp, yes, that's the one I was trying to think of. ThreadUp is an online thrift store. So if everywhere you go in your local area is all picked over and stuff like that, then definitely try to do online thrift stores. Those I know can be hard because you can't try things on, but if you are like simply looking for things to remake, then then it's not going to be as difficult. And then sometimes in our thrift stores nowadays, even in Savers, you can't try on, so you have to go through gymnastics or have on leggings or a skirt to try on anyway. So but yeah, so I would try those and see what you come up with. Somebody said, oh yeah, they love Poshmark. Let's see. I know I've missed a ton of questions. Oh, Mercari. Yeah. Yeah. I've seen them too. Let me see. Lee Levitt says, I am nervous to make a puff sleeve dress out of linen wrap style trousers in case I mess it up. Fabric is so nice. Try it on another fabric that you don't care about. Try it first on something else. If it's something that, if you mess it up, you're going to be really, really upset and really angry. Definitely, especially a puff sleeve. Try it on something else. I can say that for sure because I've done that before and messed something up before. So let me see. Oh, somebody said bulk trash days are also great for finding materials. That is true. I don't Some people do put clothes in their bulk trash. Matter of fact, somebody had like a bucket of clothes. They had put it out in the median, so anybody could go look at it. And so me and my daughter were driving. And I was just like, "It's clothes over there. It's clothes over there." I'm like, "Stop, stop! Let people who need it go get it." But I was very tempted to go to go look in the buckets. But yeah, um, let's see. Let's see. Clear question. Wait, I missed it. Oh, would you recommend a dress form? If so, why? Um, if you can afford one, yes, I would recommend it because sometimes it's very difficult to pin behind you and to do the things that you need to do on yourself. So I try my best to do all of my videos on myself because I think of a dress form as a luxury. I also think of a serger as a luxury, but I use that a ton. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't live without my serger once I got it and got one that I actually like. But the dress form is definitely, even past the serger, is a luxury. And so I try to make my videos without it. So I have two dress forms, but you don't see me use them on the channel a ton because it is a luxury. But it is a luxury that I would recommend. And if you get one and you are in the US, if you get it from Joanne Fabrics, make sure you try to use the coupon. That's how I got mine. I think I used the 50% off coupon, 60% off coupon, something like that. So definitely try to use the coupon for that. But and then the other one my mom gave to me, and she brought it in a duffel bag on the plane. So imagine the duffel bag going through security and it's like a body in there. Yeah, that was funny. But yeah, so I have two, and I would recommend it if you can afford it. If you cannot, you can still sew and upcycle just using your own body. And then there's also a way that you can make your own dress form with the putting on a t-shirt, doing the duct tape and everything like that. Somebody has asked, a couple of people have asked me to do that, and it seems like a ton of work. If you guys really, really want me to, I'll try it. But yeah, it just seems like a lot of work. But for you guys, I'll do it. If you guys really want me to do it, so let me know. Let me see. What TTG, what kind of serger is it? Because if you have a brother 1034D or a brother serger and you have it in the box for a year and you haven't used it because you don't want to thread it, first of all, I understand that, but two, I have a video for how to thread it, and the brother, to me, is the easiest serger to thread, which is why I got it. So the difference between a sewing machine and a serger, the serger is the one with the cone threads on the back of it, and it's meant to finish your edges, finish the edges of your fabric so that it doesn't fray. So you'll make your seam, and then you'll serge the edges of your fabric so that once you wash your garment, you don't open it up and see a bunch of frays. But then even more importantly than that, if your fabric is allowed to fray and fray and fray and fray, it'll eventually get to the seam, and then you will be butt out in these streets. Your seams will open up, and yeah, you'll be out. So we don't want that. And also, a lot of people like it because it makes their garments look more professional. So yeah, that's why a lot of people like it. Let's see how to readjust regular cargo pants in my size to fit me. The crotch is awkward. Dealing with crotches can be very difficult because those cargo pants are probably men's pants. I find that men's pants, the crotches are different, obviously. And for me to put them on, they fit awkward. They're normally lower, which a lot of women nowadays like that fit. And I can understand. I don't mind it so much. But if you want it to fit a certain way, and they do it to jogging pants too. If you want it to fit a certain way, um, it's difficult to fix a crotch. I talk about it in the video where I did the coveralls, the Selena inspired ones. Well, they ended up being Selena inspired at the end, but fixing the crotch on those pants is difficult because you can't add what you would really need in order to like raise the crotch of pants. You would need more fabric, and so unless you have extra fabric from some place that you can add to that crotch to raise it, then it's not necessarily going to work. You can adjust it in small ways and you won't see it as much, but in like if you have a big amount of room, then you'll definitely have to add fabric to the crotch. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, crotches have always been an issue for me too. Have I used a Juki sewing machine? I've used a Juki serger, but not a Juki sewing machine. That's something I definitely need to test, as I have not. I've just recently started testing the Janomes because I could get my hands on them for fairly inexpensive prices. But I know that they are beloved as far as the quality. So it's something I definitely want to try. Let's see. My biggest fear is messing up and starting cutting up something to upcycle. What do you do to push yourself? I tell myself, sometimes in a gentle way, sometimes in a not so gentle way, to like not just to get over it, but to really put it in perspective. It's just fabric. It's cloth. Like it's just cloth. And so when you really put into perspective what this is, it's like, I'm not a brain surgeon. I don't work in healthcare. And so this is just cloth. This is not someone's life in my hands. And when I put it into that perspective, even though that can seem kind of callous, but it helps me to realize like, okay, you've had much more life or death decisions to make. This is not one of those. And so it helps me to say, okay, I'm willing to try this. And don't expect, you guys, I always know I say, be afraid and do it anyway. Don't expect the fear to go away just by talking to yourself and reasoning with yourself. That's just to get you to go ahead and do it. The fear doesn't go away. It doesn't go away until you actually do it. And then if you fail, do it again until you're successful. So fear doesn't respond to our reasoning, to our logic. It only responds to us actually successfully doing it, or not, or failing and being like, okay, I didn't die. So that's how I get myself to push past some things. And I'm not going to say that I do everything that I'm afraid of right away. Sometimes it takes me some time to get over certain hurdles. Sometimes I'll start with smaller things, some of my smaller fears, and work up to the bigger ones. So it's not like I'm just like this fearless person. It seems that way. I have this platform, and I have to, like, I'm forced to just sometimes just get over it, because you guys expect for, you know, to see videos. So sometimes I just have to get over it, and I just love, you know, I love that. I love that because I'm a scary person. Like, just being honest, like, I'm a scary person, and having something that's just gonna like push me out there and just make me do it is exactly what I needed in my life. And so yeah, um that's just what I do. I, you know, it's just the fact that it's just cloth. So, you know, it's gonna be okay. All right, so let's see. Okay, you guys already answered the question. What's the best thread for blue jeans and the best needles? Thank you guys so much. All right, so let's talk about this giveaway. So I am giving away some machines that I've reviewed. We have the Janome Pink Lighting. This is a great sewing machine for if you are a beginner. And this is the Sew Simple. And the names of these machines is important. I mean, not the exact names, but you'll want to remember them. This is the Sew Simple Handheld machine. I did a review on this. And then this is the Janome 1522DG. And this one is more of a heavy duty style sewing machine. I would compare it to the Brother Strong and Tough and the Singer Heavy Duty. So those are the three sewing machines I am giving away. The Arctic Crystal has already been given away. I gave it to my best friend. But these are the three that I have still. And the giveaway ends on July 18th. You have a whole month to, you know, submit your comment to win. And I like to keep these things as simple as possible. I hate giveaways where they put you through 50 million paces. You got to go share and you got to go do all this. The purpose of this is just, you know, really to give back. And so I simply ask that you be a subscriber here on YouTube and that you leave a comment and not in the chat. So, like, guys, really listen, not in the chat, in the comment section. The chat section and the comment section are two different things. And trust me, you'll have time to go to the comment section after the video. So you don't have to put it in the chat that you want to win, although I appreciate that. But please make sure you put it in the comment section of the video. That all you have to say is, I want to win, and state the name of the sewing machine. So I want to win the Pink Lightning. I want to win the handheld, the Sew Simple Handheld. I want to win the 1522DG. You can say that you want to win multiple. I want to win, you know, state all three, whatever. Of course, you won't win multiple, but you'll get entered into all three. Okay. That's all I need you to do. Be a subscriber, put it in the comments. So we're going to make that super easy. We have a whole month that you can do that, and then we're going to send them out. The last thing is that, and I am so sorry about this in advance, but this is only for US and Canada, because I have not had success shipping to other places. And I was really nervous about shipping to Canada, but I was successful with that. So I'll include Canada at this time. I have not had success shipping to the UK, shipping to other places. And so I do not want these sewing machines to just get lost out in wherever. So, or just come back to me and I've already paid for shipping. So, yeah. If you guys know, like, if you are from another country, if you're in South Africa, if you're in the UK and you get packages from the US, it is very important. And I'm going to tell you why it's important, not just for giveaways, but it would mean the world to me if you would put in the comments or in the chat how those things are being shipped. What carrier, and I'm not talking about clothes. I could ship possibly like clothes, because like I have ordered from UK sites before and they'll ship, but I'm talking about things like this. sewing machines, big boxes, heavier things. If you have gotten packages from the US and successfully, please let me know what carrier was used. And I need to investigate that further. And the reason I say that is because for next time upcycling, as soon as I get off of this call, I am going to go over to Western Union to try to get finally her all I can send is money. I cannot send to Bolivia. I cannot send items. And that is really bumming me out, that my idea for this worldwide collective of upcyclers is, yeah, I don't like to fail, guys. Like, it gives me a lot of anxiety. But yeah, I really want to figure this out, and I want to get this to you guys. So, and I want to make I want to make the giveaways worldwide. I really, really do. But I don't really feel comfortable sending cash, well, I can't with these. These are, machines this is all I have. But with next time upcycle, I want to send the item that the winner won, rather than sending cash. And so I really want to get that figured out. If you guys have any ideas about how we can do that, I know I'm going to approach sewing machine companies like Bernina and Husqvarna, now that I can say it, because I know that they do have like different places in a lot of places in the world that maybe we can, collaborate, do something like that. But if you guys know of any other like sewing machine, what am I trying to say? Like Joanne Fabric, like fabric stores, online fabric stores that ship worldwide, please put those in the comments as well, because I want to approach them to try to collaborate with them so that we can get this worked out and we can keep Next Time Upcycler worldwide. I really don't want to regress and do a US Canada only show. So yeah, we have to get this figured out before we do a next season. So that was an announcement I wanted to make. And so let's see, the only way I've received box items from US country is DHL. Okay, I'll look into DHL. I know I did try DHL, but the package I was trying to send was over their weight limit. So yeah, I'll look at them again to see what we could possibly send. Let me see. We'll still love to hear your answer to my question regarding following a pattern or following an old jacket when trying to sew a jean fabric. I have 3 types of black jean. I'm not sure I understand. You're trying to make a jean jacket out of jeans, and you want to know whether you should use a pattern or use a jacket. I think I would use the pattern, even though I said I hate patterns, but you would have to take the jean jacket apart in order, kind of. You would when you want to do the cuffs, like how are you going to do the cuffs without a flat pattern? So I think it would be just easier to do it with a pattern if you are into patterns. I'll put it like that. If you're like me, then maybe not. Maybe just use the jean jacket. But if you are okay with using patterns, I would use the pattern. Let's see. Thank you so much, Rosemary Templeton. I see you in the comments. Yes, you do comments, and I thank you for watching every week. Let's see. Dominican Republic, I get anything from my carrier in Florida. Florida Doro. That's how we got everything to Aldede last year. We did ship to Florida, and then it did something that way. But this time it's going to Bolivia, and yeah. How do you become a Renegade VIP? There is a join button underneath the video, And when you hit the join button, it'll ask you what level of membership you want. If you just want to support the channel or you want early updates, then that's for the first level. If you want to get videos in advance, sometimes, not every week, but sometimes, then that is the second level. And then if you want to be in my Upcycle class, that is the highest level. So you can check that out and see which one you want to join. Let's see. Do we enter the contest in this comment section? No. You enter in the actual comment section of the video. So I'll put it like this. Once this video ends, it'll be uploaded to YouTube, and you can make that, say what you want, which one you want to enter for in the comment section of the actual video. And the reason I can't take your comments live is because once I end this, these comments are going to go away, and your entry will go away. So that's why we can't do that. So yay, thank you, Mimi. Mimi just joined Renegade VIP. Thank you. I'm glad it was easy. So yeah, don't put it in the chat, that I'm seeing right here scrolling up, but put it down below in the comment section, and it'll become evident once we end that'll be the only way you can comment. If that makes sense, it'll become more clear. You'll only be able to comment in the comment section. And as a matter of fact, what I will do is I will pin a comment and say, hey guys, this is where you enter the giveaway, to make it absolutely clear, because I don't want anybody to, enter and think they're entering and they're not entering and stuff like that. All right, let's see. Lee Lou, what do you think about using old thin sweaters into tube tops or tank tops using a sewing machine for our Houston weather? Okay, you don't have a sewing machine. I've actually done that before, and I used what did I use? Fabric glue or freight check or something for the edges of the sweater. But I love sweaters, making sweaters into tube tops and stuff like that, just because I like the texture of sweaters, and I wear them year round, like legit year round. But the only way I can wear them here is to alter them into something else. And so yeah. If you don't have a sewing machine, there is a video. What would you search for that video? Blueprint DIY 3 summer tops. I think that's what it's called. Summer. It has summer in the title. Blueprint DIY 3 summer tops. I think that's what it's called. And they're all no sew. And that one was a tank top that we did. No sew. And then you can also definitely sew it by hand if you are into that. All right, let's see. We'll take a few more questions. Somebody says, I haven't been seeing your videos. What's wrong with YouTube? Make sure, well, even if you're subscribed, they don't necessarily come up in your feed, in your home feed, which I don't know why, but they don't necessarily come up in your home feed. So the only thing that you can do to make sure that you're seeing my videos is to sign up for notifications. So right after you hit the subscribe button, it'll ask you, do you want to turn on notifications? And you'll say all. I want all notifications. And if push comes to shove, you guys, I only post every Saturday at 9 a.m. and I try to post every Thursday, but it's not all Thursdays. But if you're looking for a video from me, check on Thursday at noon, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, or Saturday, every Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I try to be really, really consistent about that so that you'll always know that there's something from me there when you go. So if YouTube don't want to act right, then you'll know when to get it there. I can't do anything about that. You guys know, if you guys have been here for a while, I lost comments for 8 months. Like legit, y'all could not comment. You let me know in the comments or in the chat if you remember that time where for 8 months nobody could comment. It was a big mess, but I'm very fortunate that I was able to get that figured out. Let's see. Thank you for your recommendations. Okay, cool. I'm glad to help. Let me see. Scared to start. Okay. Yes, go ahead and start. That's what we're all in the same boat, like legit. Don't ever feel like, oh, Angeline's over there just doing all these projects and she's not scared. Lie. That's a lie. Yeah, it's a lie. Especially when I get overwhelmed. One of my biggest things is when I have too many projects, too many things in my head. Oh, I'm like a deer in headlights. I'm just like, and I'm not doing anything. So I have to push myself just like everybody else. I have to slap myself out of it just like everybody else because there's so much, not only just the project we want to do, but life. I'm a mom, and my kids are really active. They do 50 million different things. And so, yeah, it's a lot. So I just said all that to say that we're all in the same boat. Somebody remembers not having comments. Let's see. I'm glad Next Top Upcycle is a huge inspiration. When is the next Top Upcycle? I was waiting for you guys to ask me that question. And the answer, you're not gonna like the answer. The answer is I don't know. And the reason I don't know is because I am going to figure out this shipping problem before we do it again. I don't want to do just a US only. I want it to be worldwide. We started worldwide. We got more worldwide in season 2, and I want to keep it that way. And yeah, and I'm not going to do it until we get it figured out. So, and the other thing is, as much as you guys say you love Next Top Upcycler, my views go down when I do Next Top Upcycler. So I still have to I still have to feed my family. So yeah, what I'll end up having to do is on Saturdays when we do Next Top Upcycle, because I can understand not everybody likes everything. So some people just expect an upcycle from me every week, and some people like Next Top Upcycler. So what I'll have to do from now on is whenever we do Next Top Upcycler, I'll also have to post a video in order to keep my engagement up, my channel growing like it should. And so I have to figure out the logistics of that as well. So yeah, that's just the honest truth behind it. So let's see. Fabric addiction. Yes, my mom has a fabric addiction. I hope she's watching. But I can't talk because I have a thrift addiction, and I am going to share the current state of my thrift store or my thrift closet in a video soon and get it all taken care of, because this is another truth. I have not like organized it since we moved back in a year ago. Yeah, it's bad. I just put stuff in it and walk away. So I have to get that together because it's a really nice place and I need to do it. I don't give away Robux, but maybe I should. Yeah, but then my kids would get mad because I don't buy them Robux very often. So they would be in the chat trying to win the Robux. Let me see. Let's see. Serger recommendations. Brother 1034D. I don't think they sell the D anymore, but they sell the Brother 1034DX now. But that is this serger that I recommend. It's the easiest to thread, and mine has lasted for years and years and years, and has not given me any issues. And I'm not proud of this, but I have not had it serviced, and it still does not give me any issues. At one point, I bent something in it because I'm tough on it, and I was able to fix it myself. So if I give you a recommendation, and I've had that sewing machine for years, you know it's a good sewing machine, because like I'm not good with service stuff, which is why I get real nervous about having computerized machines, because I know for a fact once it's time to get it serviced, it's going to take me a while. So that's the one I would recommend. I just feel like it's easy. All right, somebody says, I really want to learn how to sew. I really need like a hands-on because I feel like I keep on breaking the sewing machine without knowing how to fix it. How do you understand just the basics? That is a good question. That's a very good question. I feel like, I don't know, you guys who are more experienced, let me know in the comments. I think that the best thing would be to find yourself a local sewing class so that you can have somebody actually touch your sewing machine, um, with you and tell you like, okay, this is for this, and this is for this. Because online, it some sewing machines are different. Like for instance, these Janome sewing machines, the bobbin goes in at the bottom, and you have to have a tutorial that's specifically for Janome. Like if you are having any issues with your bobbin, you would have to have a tutorial that was specific for that machine. And they do exist, but if you are really hands-on, then I think your best bet may be to find a local like local class that you can go to. All right. Do I have any recommendations for a good mechanical sewing machine under? I don't know how much the sewing machines are running these days. My recommendation for a mechanical sewing machine is the Brother Strong and Tough or the Singer Heavy Duty. Or well, this one was under $300. The Janome 1522 DG or the is it the Janome? What is it? 6000 HD. If something has an HD at the end, some 6000 HD. What is it? It's something. It has some numbers and then it has HD at the end. Those are their heavy duty sewing machines. So I would recommend those as well. You'll have to look them up and see where the price point for all of those fall. I would think that they're all in that same range, in between 200 and maybe 350, but they should all be right around in that range. Some hobby stores. Yes, some hobby stores do have classes, and like the Joann Fabrics, they have sometimes classes as well. So definitely check your local fabric stores, hobby stores, to see if they have classes. All right, so let me see. I think that is it. Thank you guys so much for joining me live. Like I said, I'm going to end the video reminding you guys to wait till the video ends, wait till the live stream ends, and then go into the comments and let me know which one of the videos you want to win. And that way it'll remain. You can't enter right here in the chat. You have to enter after the video ends. You can get to the comments while the video is playing. I'm sure plenty of you guys have done it already. But if you want to make sure that you're not putting it in the wrong place, go ahead and wait till the video ends and then put it at the bottom. Like I said, thank you guys so much for joining me here. Thank you for subscribing wherever you have subscribed, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, or Pinterest. Guys, I have a Pinterest page. And if you want to know like what's going on in my brain, like where I'm going with the upcycles, what I'm going to do next, a good way would be to follow me on Pinterest because that's where I post all the things that I'm into. So yeah, that's just a tip. I very rarely talk about Pinterest, but yeah, I do have a bunch of Pinterest boards that will tell you where I'm going next if you're interested. I do not have a video on the top that I am wearing. I have similar videos. I just splashed it with bleach and then used my Cricut to put this on there, cut off the sleeves. That's it. You can see the sleeves are raw. It's just a sweatshirt. And matter of fact, I got this sweatshirt the day of my last thrift trip when I went to that vintage store, that thrift by the pound store. But I didn't include this in the video because while I was shooting the final looks, the bleach was still bleaching. So I couldn't include it and get the video out in time. So Yeah, it didn't get included, but yeah, that's all it is just I poured the bleach in the cap and just drizzled it all over the shirt, and then used my Cricut to put this on the front. Easy peasy. But thank you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end here. I have to go now to a Western Union and do my best to get fair her prize, and so that at least we'll know that that's taken care of. I'll keep you guys posted on whether it worked or not. And then that'll be one less thing we have to worry about, so that we can get to the next upcycle. Hey, fair. Thank you. And I'm doing it. I'm going to Western Union. I think the reason I haven't, I'm just so scared that it's not going to work, because this is kind of our last option. But you guys, wish me luck. Um, and the sewing machine giveaway, look in the description box. It will tell you exactly what to do. And um, yeah, it'll tell you what to do. I'm going to end the stream, and you guys will be able to do what you need to do to enter. Good luck. I wish I had sewing machines enough for everybody, honestly. Quite frankly, I really wish I did. But I'm going to give away what I have. And thank you guys so much. I love you guys to pieces. And I'll see you in the next one.